Okay, so what you're doing to this part, um, if I start kind of crazy, it's because I had to stop it and then I messed up. But anyway, um, so here's your spine. Okay, so that was done. I showed you that in the other one. So if I go back again, you're folding. This is the bottom, 1, 2. So you fold it at 2. Okay, and that will give you the spine. It is also going to create that little line here. So I might cut a piece of board for you to put in there to reinforce it right here. The other way that you can reinforce it is when you cut this part. So you're lining your ruler up with the edge of this part of the flap. All the flaps are not exactly. Some of them are in the middle, some are at the top. So it just depends on where it is. You would just line it up. And I'm not going to cut this one, but I'm showing you where you're going to cut. Okay. And you want to do it with it like this because you don't want to put too much up there. So that way it'll be a little bit more even. And since this is the bigger paper, it will come over, but the paper that you're going to use is more like this. Okay. So it still might look like it's a little big, but this is the paper size. And then these are going to go here. So it'll just fit. So this part you want to kind of do first, but the other alternative is, you know, this. I will show you. I haven't glued it together. Let me show you mine. So what I'm using for this is, because I was still trying to figure out what I want to put here. You have to cover everything. So I love when I did this part. Let me show you what this paper is. All right. So for this, I have, it looks like it's 3 different ones. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. These are scrapbook papers. You can use construction paper. You can use, you can cover it with, I guess, another white piece of paper. This has to be completely covered. So you're covering it all. I'll show you the original one too, and with those modifications. So you're covering it all. So what I did was I took the papers and I lined it up first to try to figure out where I want to place it. There are paper clips if you want to kind of see what it looks like first before you start gluing anything down. You can do that. So right here, because this paper is a little heavy and stiff, it will help to reinforce the spine. Okay, so so this has to be covered. I don't want to see the folder part. So this one, I was trying to, because I had, this is the little paper that I have at home. So I was going to put 2 of these here, and then that is going to roll over. You want to cover the edges and stuff like that as well. Okay, so, but before you do that, here's my paper, the paper that I'm going to put in there. And as I showed you in the first little video, See, I did all of this at home, so it has extra folds and stuff because I don't have a big cutter, and that's how I cut my finger. Um, so you want to make sure after you fold the paper, you see how this is still kind of puffy? So you can take, like we did with the folders, the big portfolios, you want to take something and rub it because you want to thin this out as much as you can. Okay, so I did all of that already with these. So this is the one after you fold it, it's going to not lay flat. You want it as flat as you can get it. So and it's also best if you do them individually. Yes, I know this takes some time, but sometimes if you try to do them like this, where you stuff, because I know someone's you're gonna try to cheat, and then you're gonna be like, well, mine isn't even, and I'm like, okay. So you don't want to do it like this. Put it inside and try to fold it because that's going to make them uneven. So that's why you're folding them one by one. Okay. You can kind of line them up to do this part. Okay. But if you do it individually, it'll also make it a little bit more crisp. You can also take your nail and run your nail over it if you have nails. This time I have nails. Sometimes I don't because they like to break off. All right. So you want to do that to all 20 pieces. Then you're going to put them together. And we might have to pull out the books. The books are in those little tall, long cabinets. There are books in there. And we're going to clip it. I had another clip. I don't know what I did with the clip. Because the regular paper clips, these won't necessarily work for this. So you need something that's going to clamp them together. I have to pause it because I have to find my other clip.